Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about not being for everybody. You are not for everybody, and you have to be okay with that. Today I was listening to Andy Frisella, and he's huge in the entrepreneur space on Instagram, and he made this video yesterday on IGTV, and he was saying, Apple is the biggest company in the world, and they don't get everybody. So why should we think we can please everybody? And I tie this to the dating world, especially to men, because men have such this fear of rejection, from being rejected from women, right? And it's a very valid fear. It makes a lot of sense. But what it comes down to is that the more authentic you are and the man that you are and choose to be, the more easy it's going to attract women, the right women, into your life. So I say that because so many guys try to appease all women. She's not into something, so he says, oh, I must have done that wrong. That must be on me, so I have to change in order to do it right next time and not fuck up next time. Meanwhile, maybe that woman just wasn't into you authentically. Like maybe she just wasn't into whatever you were doing, or that's not her thing. It doesn't mean you go change your personality to fit her, but then you're going to attract other women. It doesn't make sense. The more we can just understand and accept that, hey, I'm not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. It's okay. I know I'm not going to attract every single man out there, and I haven't, and that's okay, And it's just being okay with that and knowing that the more I work on myself and the more in tune I am with everything I really want to do and the person I really want to be, then I know I'll find the right person. I'll attract the right person, or whoever I do attract, I'll know that it's the right person because I'll say, okay, I'm being completely myself. There's nothing I'm hiding. I'm not holding back. I'm not trying to change myself to fit into this person's ideal scenario of who they think I am. I'm just being myself. I'm not overthinking it. And I know that can be easier said than done because a lot of guys are like, all right, well, how do I be myself? Like I hear that all the time. Just be yourself, be yourself. It's knowing what you want. And it goes back to the first video I did where I said you need a mission. Have a mission in life. Have purpose for yourself. Because the more purpose and the more drive you have as a man, the more focused you are on you. And the more focused you are on yourself, the more intrigued a woman is by you and the more attracted she is to you. Because as I said in the last video, your happiness then does not revolve around her. Like she doesn't have to give you all of your happiness because you're getting it yourself by being yourself and by doing what you love doing. And being a man who knows he's not going to attract every single woman and knows that, then you go into scenarios when you're approaching women and you take it as not being tied to the outcome, right? You'll see women at a bar or something and you'll say, hey, you want to go out? If not, whatever. And you have that attitude, and maybe you don't ask her that way, but you have the attitude of your response doesn't change the way I see myself and doesn't change my life. It's just whatever your response. It's like, if you're interested, cool. If you're not, that's okay. I'll move on. I'll attract someone who fits me. And it's just having that underlying understanding that not everybody's for me, and I'm okay with that. It's okay. And it was interesting because I was just talking to my friend yesterday, and I remembered that I did this recently. I went on a date with this guy, and he said something that another guy said that I dated. And I said, oh my God. And right away, my brain goes, something's wrong with you. You have to change that. You have to change something about you because you don't want the next guy to say the same thing. Meanwhile, it was just those two guys were not interested in that part of me or whatever. I don't even remember what it was, to be honest. But it was something that made me think, oh my God, something's wrong with me. And I remember I told my friend that, and he was like, nothing's wrong with you. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Snap out of it, Steph, snap out of it. And we all fall into these patterns of someone judges us, and right away we get afraid. We get really scared because we don't want to be judged. We don't want to be criticized. We definitely don't want to be rejected. Even for women, rejection sucks. Of course, it sucks for everybody, but with you guys doing the majority of the approaching in the dating world, you're facing a lot of it, and it's a big fear in men because of that fact. But with women, it's the same thing. I mean, it's ties back to evolution. If you didn't have your surrounding people and you weren't normal enough to fit into the crowd, then you were ostracized. You were by yourself. You had to fight, it was survival mode. It was like, shit, I'm stuck by myself. I may not make it. I may die. So we still have that feeling ingrained in us. And that's why being ostracized, being rejected is so freaking scary because we don't want to be put in that place. To avoid that, we try to be as normal as possible and try to follow the crowd. And even in the dating world, you guys will try to do what other guys are doing. And then we see like the majority of guys are doing the same things, not being themselves, just playing these games to get women. And women see it. And we're like, why do all men do this? You know, that's where that comes from. Why do all men do this? Or why do all women do this? It goes both ways. We fall into that pattern of normalcy, right? And with that normalcy comes us trying to stay safe instead of just trying to be ourselves. And of course there's certain things, and I'm a coach for men. I work with men. So I do help them become better versions of themselves and become more attractive on dates. But when I say helping men become more attractive, I mean personally for them, making them as an individual more attractive by bringing out their attractive qualities. So that's what I mean. I don't give them tricks like, oh, you have to say this so she'll sleep with you, or you have to do this so she'll blah, blah, blah. It's just like, okay, what brings out your confidence? Let's bring that out. What shit do you have that's holding you back personally? No one has the same mindset. No one has the same experiences, is what I mean. Like, we've all been through different experiences. No matter how similar they are, they're still different. So we all have past events that have shaped us in a certain way and conditioned our behavior to act a certain way around women, around, our friends, our parents. So we have these patterns. And sometimes it's just a matter of breaking the pattern and restarting a new pattern or neurological pathway in the brain so that you have a different belief system about yourself in order to become more confident and approach women and not care if you're going to be rejected or not. And I know that seems like really hard to feel. I mean, who's going to not care if they're rejected? That hurts. That feels, even the mentally strongest people, it's still kind of a downer when someone totally rejects you or hates what you're doing, right? And it's just understanding, at the end of the day, you have to outweigh it by understanding, okay, that sucks. Like, it's not a good feeling, but I'm still okay. I'm still going to survive this. Just as if you were to go on a date or approach a woman, ask yourself, what's the worst case scenario? What's the best case scenario? And how am I going to walk away from that regardless of the outcome? That's something that's really important. Don't get tied to the outcome because it really doesn't matter that much. It really doesn't matter as much as we make it seem, or how you guys make it seem before a date or before approaching a woman. If she's not right for you, she's not right for you. And not everyone is right for you. In fact, the majority of women are not right for you. And that's what makes a relationship so special. That's what makes finding the one so incredible, and why you love that person so much, and why you bond with them so much, and why it's such a good feeling to finally have found someone who fits you. That's what makes them special. So when you approach a woman and she says no, walk away knowing that you're okay, because you are. Even if you have to put a note in your pocket or your wallet just saying you're not for everybody, that's okay. Be okay with that. Then do that. Anything it takes to rewire your brain into believing, okay, I'm not for everyone. That's okay. I will still survive. I will still find the person who I want in my life, who I am so attracted to, who's so attractive to me, and they're attracted to me because I'm me. Not because I play games, not because I try to please, not because I'm a people pleaser, but because I'm just me. And I attracted her being me. Okay, that's the place where you want to get to. And I think that will, even just thinking that and being reminded that we all feel this way, guys. Men and women feel this way. In the dating world, when you try to attract everyone, you attract no one. You really just have to be yourself. Okay, guys, that is today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it gave you some fresh insight into how you can think going into approaching women or approaching dates. If you have any questions for me, please leave them below. Please give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Is that everything on YouTube? I'm still getting used to this. And if you're a guy looking to improve himself in terms of his communication, his relationship with himself or with women, then head over and check out my podcast. It's called What I Love About Men on iTunes and Spotify. Then you could go to sgdatingcoach.com, go to the contact tab. I would love to get on a quick 30-minute free evaluation call with you where we discuss where you are now in your relationship with yourself and with women. Because you can't go where you want to go with women if you don't know where you are right now with you. Okay, so head over, I'll put it in the footnotes. And that's it for today, so I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.